That's my line, now they're biting. Yeah, rocky coasts and lighthouses. What she knows now, I doubt it. Talk to me nice. I think your confusion starts with street lights.
Hi Cancer, welcome to your March 2019 reading with me. To those of you who are new to my channel and checking out for the first time, thank you and welcome. And for those of you who are returning to watch my videos for, not the first time, thank you guys for coming back and welcome back. So for those of you who aren't new, you do know by now that I like to talk a little bit about astrology before my readings start. For those of you who are new and uninterested in astrology, please fast forward about five or so minutes. But I do like to talk about astrology in my readings as well because I think it's really important to know what's going on in the stars. So Cancer, we're going to talk a little bit about that. I'm going to light some sage just to clear the energy before we do so. Okay, and then we'll get into your reading, guys. So Cancer, March is Pisces season and Aries season. The first couple weeks of March is Pisces. And I'm excited to talk to you guys about Pisces season because Pisces is a water sign. And Cancer, you guys are a very deep, intuitive water sign as well. But the difference between Pisces and Cancer is mutability and cardinality. Mutable energy Pisces is about changing and going with the flow, being able to adapt. Cancer is about standing strong in their authority and turning what they feel into some sort of action. Because I feel this way, now I'm going to do this. Because I feel this way, now I'm not going to do this. That's Cancer. Pisces, I believe a lot of Pisces admire, or I'll just speak for myself. I admire Cancer for that. My emotions change so much that I don't associate what I do and don't do with my emotions in the same way that Cancer does. But at the same time, something that you can learn from Pisces season, Pisces energy, maybe not necessarily Pisces individuals, but you can learn to change a little bit, be a little bit more adaptable to what you feel, Cancer, before making some sort of authority or doing something, right? You guys have the Chariot card, which is the card of victory. Excuse me, the card of moving forward in spite of obstacles. So Pisces and Cancer share that water energy, but you guys are a crab. You guys do have a very protective shell. You're a bit more reclusive, I want to say, or just a little bit more protected, just like Scorpio. Scorpio is the third water sign of our tribe and our team. So I do hope that Pisces season put you guys in your feelings in the best way possible, showed you things about your emotions that you were otherwise unable to see. Really interested in knowing how it is as a Cancer to go through these energies. Now, astrology-wise, Pisces is 9 houses away from you, Cancer. So Pisces is even more important when it comes to things like how you're learning. Those of you who are learning about emotions, learning anything around this time, or even teaching, learning and teaching kind of go hand in hand. So the 9th house is all about your higher knowledge, what you believe, Cancer. What you believe is coming up a lot in March, but what you believe at a spiritual, emotional level, what you believe internally, inside, that you hold very near and dear, intimately to yourself, that's the 9th house. You may be going on certain adventures in your dreams this month because Pisces being your 9th house means that you learn the most from this energy. You learn the most from emotional adventures. If you could just come out of that shell a little bit, okay? Another thing to mention here in 9th house is philosophy and expansion. So you guys could be expanding more than what you want to. This is emotional expansion. So what you felt 3 months ago is a lot bigger now in Pisces season, because expansion is another one of those words for bigger, larger, So we do have that 9th house of education, beliefs, let's see, philosophy, higher knowledge, higher learning, the higher mind, long distance travel, Cancer. There's some things here about long distance travel, traveling long distances away, states, countries even. But Mercury is retrograde in your 9th house. So I want you guys to be very careful from now until the end of March, maybe even the first week of April when it comes to traveling long distances, because Mercury likes to fuck things up. Mercury retrograde in the 9th house or the 3rd house, it has a lot to do with travel. And I already see a lot of people coming forward saying, oh, I meant to buy this ticket. I meant to buy my March ticket. I bought my plane ticket for April. You know, there could be travel errors, travel delays going on here at the end of March, especially if you're trying to travel longer than 2 hours away, okay? Whatever long distance travel means to the universe, that could mean, you know, stepping outside your house sometimes. You know, distance is sort of another one of those illusions. So it really depends on where you are when it comes to where you're going. But, you know, Mercury retrograde, bringing people back from the past. Cancer, you are going to have Venus enter Pisces. So this is another energy coming in here in your 9th house, learning about love, okay? Love, your heart expanding towards the end of March. Going into April, you know, you're really going to be learning a lot more about the spirituality of your heart, you know, and your emotions. So that's a little bit about Pisces stuff, but this is coming to an end, you guys. Pisces is the last house, so we are ending a chapter and we're going into the Aries energy, which is a cardinal energy, and that's you. You're cardinal water, Capricorn's cardinal earth, Libra is cardinal air. We have a full moon in Libra at the end of the month. Well, it's on March 20th, actually. Right when the sun enters Aries, boom, we have a full moon in Libra. That's going to be your 4th house. Very important. But I'm going to save that information for my Libra full moon video that I hope I get to do on March 20th. Okay, that's going to be an interesting one for you, Cancer. But yes, Aries. Aries is coming in here on March 20th, which is the first zodiac sign. The head of the body of our astrology. Cancer, you rule the hands. Pisces rules the feet. Aries rules the head. Everybody rules a certain body part. So we're starting over. We're going to have a new, this is the real 2019 coming in here. March 20th. The astrological new year, the spring equinox, springtime in the northern hemisphere, whatever you want to say. So lots of new beginnings here, but Aries does represent your 10th house. Okay, Aries represents your 10th house. And the 10th house is all about career. Okay, the 10th house, I'm seeing a Gemini right now. I'm pretty sure this guy walking past my window is a Gemini. I'm pretty certain. And we do have some Gemini energy coming up here for you, Cancer, which is your 12th house. So I don't know if you're dealing with a Gemini or not. Side note there, I need to close my blinds because it's getting dark anyways. But Aries is your 10th house. So we got some education stuff. Some of you guys who work in the educational, if there's any work or career going on here with the education, that's going to mix this month, because the 10th house and the 9th house, that involves learning about a career. Learning something now that your future self will thank you for 10 years from now, okay? So we're going through 9th house. So what you believe, what you're going to believe in 10 years is coming up. What you believe as far as your career and what you want to be doing. 9th house energy and 10th house energy. Now the 10th house is a bit more serious than the 9th house. 10th house is all about your career, your future, your longevity, your finances, your social status, you know, your legacy. And Cancer, you having an Aries 10th house is all about, you know, the legacy of who you are. To have an Aries 10th house, this means that you need to work, your career has a lot to do with who you are and who you want to be. So it's going to be interesting what comes up as far as career for you guys at the end of March. And I do want you to prepare for the squares that are about to happen, because Libra and Aries square you. Okay, they square you because they're 90 degrees away from you. We've got Aries right here, Cancer's right here. You know, and Libra would be like, you know, I can't do it on the computer, but over here it would be this the other way. So all the squares are happen like this. They make a kind of a cross on the zodiac wheel. So Capricorn squares Libra, Capricorn squares Aries, Aries squares Cancer, Cancer squares Libra, and then we have oppositions to consider too. So that's just a little bit there astrology wise. So much more going on than that. But for you, Cancer, it's pretty much just all about the North Node still. You know, I don't think anything else is going on just yet. Now, these planets are going to come into your sign soon. But I do want to mention a little bit about all the shit that has... Now, March has changed your direction, because the North Node is all about the direction that you're going as a Cancer and for the collective, for the rest of us. But Pisces trines you. So, end of February, beginning of March, this was a positive, harmonious flow with Neptune in the North Node, with Mercury in the North Node, with the Sun and the Moon trining Cancer at one point. We did have a new moon in Pisces. So, new beliefs, new stuff that you're learning about, okay? Lots of stuff, Cancer. I'm sorry for the long intro, but, You know, with Cancers, I like to be very emotionally in tune. I like to be extremely emotionally thorough, because I know that's how we as water signs experience our life. So that's enough about astrology. Thank you guys for listening. For those of you who did, hopefully you learned something. Hopefully it resonates and helps you in some way. Basically, you're going through belief stuff, and you're going through career stuff. Okay, in a nutshell. And that can manifest in so many different ways for all of you watching. So I do have some cards laid out already, because I knew I would be doing some talking. I knew these videos would be about an hour long this month. So I wanted to save a little bit of time by pulling these cards off camera. So I do have your cards, and I'm going to go through these one by one. I'm going to read from the book, which is helping me this month really understand these cards at a deeper level. And then we're going to take the regular Rider-Waite tarot, and we're going to clarify all these, so that we wind up with a 12 card spread or so, give or take a few cards. So let's get going with it, Cancer. Let's see what's going on for you in March. Now, automatically, there was 2 cards that popped out, and I wanted to take them because they popped out together, and it just really felt right. So the first card that came out is, you can't find goodness because you've lost your heart. Now that's deep. Automatically, Pisces, this is like the beginning of March. This can happen at any time in March, but there's some kind of energy in March where some of you are feeling like, you know, when is something good going to happen in my life? There's a woman here who's crying tears of black. Like these are tears of black. Her headspace, look at where the woman's head should be. It's scribbles. You know, it's scribbles. She's unidentifiable because of this pain, and she's standing in the middle of an ocean. Okay, there's lots of water here. Pisces season, Cancer energy, lots of emotion. Pisces season puts everybody in their emotions, but specifically the water signs. Okay, we're feeling a lot around this time. And then we'll look at that heart. Your heart, this is like the heart of the ocean. Cancer, I'm hearing your heart is like the ocean, deep and unexplored. Okay, we've got this heart there that can almost not be seen. Like, I'm not sure if you see that heart, because there is a glare on my computer, but there's a heart mixed. And so maybe you've lost your heart to the deep emotion. If you can't see that heart on the other end of this card, it's because you've lost your heart in the ocean. Kind of like that Titanic energy. The card coming out with, now that you are reaching for that heart, Cancer. It's so cute. It's so beautiful. I see this woman who, now this is something in the past too. A lot of storms, a lot of waves. It's gray, it's rainy, it's dark, it's scary. But we have the card, your light. You also have your light to consider here, Cancer. Okay, some of you guys need to work with candles, because I see a white candle here. So you can't find goodness, Cancer, because you've lost your heart. Someone who loses their heart, now I'm not trying to bash you, because when a water sign loses their heart, we don't just go throwing our heart into the ocean for the fun of it. You know, somebody puts us into that deep. Somebody puts us into that ocean of tears and sadness, right? We don't just wake up in our feelings, you know what I mean, Cancer? Sometimes we do, but it's guaranteed it's connected to something exterior to us. It's not to blame other people, places, and things, but our emotions are influenced, okay? So this is not all Cancer's fault. Something has hurt you guys for you to turn your back, but you are still desiring some sort of love from the past or somewhere that your heart was, but your heart is sinking. But there's some light here that Pisces season is giving you too. Okay, so let's go ahead and read about this energy. I want to know why you can't find goodness and why you lost your heart, Cancer. But what I was going to say is a person who loses their heart, whether it's their fault or it doesn't matter, we're not talking about fault. We're talking about someone whose heart is lost at sea. And for a Cancer, that's all these emotions. And there's even some toxicity here, okay, with this dark tar getting cried, okay, crying toxic tears into the ocean that is holding your heart. Because it's still at the surface, Cancer. This heart is still on the surface of this water, and it hasn't sank yet. Your heart has not sank into the depths of the depths yet. But when you lose your heart, you are losing a really good thing. So if there's someone who lost a Cancer's heart, or Cancer, if you lost your heart or another person's heart, you know, you did lose something good or something like that. You know, just for some of you, you need to hear that. But there's also a light here. So let's go ahead and read from this little book here. And we'll read the you can't find goodness because you lost your heart card first, and then we'll talk about your light. Now, the universe is giving you this light, Cancer, with this energy. So please keep in mind that your light is still here. Only a Cancer can lose their heart and lose goodness and still have this burning light. Maybe you're dealing with a fire sign, an Aries, Sagittarius, or a Leo. So let's read here. So it says, in a world that keeps turning, keeps moving forward, there is not always the time and space to recover from wounds and trauma. In order to function, make the rent, appear like you're okay, you abandon your heart because it's too hard to face it. Healing isn't always hearts, rainbows, and bubble baths. However, it's super nice when it's that way. Healing is also looking at your broken and blue heart and how it got that way. Learning to cope and to step forward is sometimes all that you can do. But don't forget that other people are in your life and they might try to touch your heart. So you might have to travel back and make amends with what you abandoned to survive. It's not easy. I know you can do it. You can dive deep into your fears, the hard times, and tender broken bits because you are strong. Look at you. You know that. So I'm glad I didn't start crying while I read that because that just really felt like it was deep. So this is about, of course, Cancer, you're trying to keep moving in a world that's always turning around you. You know, and we don't always have the time and space to recover from wounds and trauma, but there is absolutely some wounds and some trauma here. Okay? Someone is trying to appear like they're okay, and someone has abandoned your heart. Sometimes we abandon our own heart because it's too hard to face, you know, these traumas and these wounds. Healing isn't always rainbows and bubble baths like it's saying. Right? It's looking at the broken heart and how it got that way. So how did you get this? How did you get to where you are, Cancer? Don't just feel what you're feeling. Analyze what you're feeling. Use some of that air-like energy, that Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy to analyze and gain some sort of truth about this ocean, about these fears, about this trauma. You know, water signs can sit forever in unhealed energy because we just embrace it. It's almost beautiful. But I do want to say that Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer, mainly you, Cancer, because this is your reading, but all the water signs are together. Water energy, it can heal, it can cleanse just by sitting, we don't have to do much to heal. Other people need more than that, but we as water signs have clarity over healing. We are aware of how to heal our own wounds. But because of that, sometimes we stay in this energy because we don't know why it happened. Not knowing why sometimes keeps Cancer in these energies. So that's why we need to learn how to cope and to step forward, because sometimes that's all we can do, right? But don't forget about the people that are in your life trying to touch your heart, okay? And it said you might have to travel back and make amends with what you abandoned. Something was abandoned here, whether it was your heart, a person, a place, a thing. Maybe you just felt abandoned. I don't care if it was at 3 years old and your mom abandoned you. If your heart is still breaking, if you're still standing in the ocean of the past, you know how that ocean of the past is, Cancer. The past, present, and the future, it's all one. If there's a part of you that's still reaching for old wounds, old traumas, you might have to travel backwards and heal some sort of trauma this month. This is heavy Pisces energy coming up. And that whole travel backwards, that's Mercury retrograde. So if there's people, places, and things coming back from the past wanting to touch your heart, use your own intuition. But some of those people, you know, you might want to have a conversation with them at least. I'm not saying marry them or have sex with them. But if there's a person from your past that comes back this month, could it be that the conversation you guys have, it could give you closure to where you can kind of, you know, release yourself from this trauma, you know, because there's absolutely some goodness that needs to happen here. You can't find it because you lost your heart. When you find your heart, Cancer, you're going to find goodness again. Those of you who are waiting on something good to happen, you're going to find it because it's linked to your heart, Cancer. So let's go ahead and talk about this light here for you. I love that this came out with a positive message because I probably would have cried if it would have just came out one. But there's a beautiful card here as well that is labeled Your Light. And it says, little light or wildfire, your light is your way to navigate the world around you. We each bring a new perspective into this life. Your light illuminates in a particular way that is unique to you. Remember that it is there for you in the gloomiest nights. Remember that this light is there for you, Cancer, in the darkest, gloomiest nights. Your flame can at least help you find the next door, the next step, or thaw your hands touched by the coldness of the frigid winter air. So really, really interesting message here, talking about your hands. I did tell Cancer that they were ruled by the hands in this reading. So this is about your light and your flame helping you find the way forward. And you know, your hands might be ice cold because you're reaching for a heart that is iced over. You know what I mean? Some of you. So there's some here, someone has cold hands. Okay, someone's hands are really cold. And this is about putting your hands close to a fire, maybe an Aries, a Sagittarius, a Leo. Thawing your hands out because they've been touched by coldness of the frigid winter. Now, frigid is energy that Cancer and Capricorn share sometimes. Or I guess rigid. I don't know the difference between frigid and rigid. I need to research that. But, yeah, this is about winter. The winter has been really cold for us up here in the north. Michigan, I'm in Michigan. So for those of you who, now it's been cold everywhere though. This is just a time of death and cold, but the spring is coming, Cancer. Okay, so this is about inspired warmth. This is the card 51. So I'm going to put your light here first, and then I'm going to make it so that I can see both of them still. And what we're going to do is we're going to clarify more about this energy, but first I want to show you the pre-shuffle. I shuffled your cards before I started recording, and we have the Knight of Swords, a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius. Some of you may be dealing with that. I do see Gemini heavily here with this bottom energy. We've got a twin-like energy over here that I'll talk about at the end of the reading. So some of you guys are dealing with an air sign, or maybe this is your energy. Because the Knight of Swords is about somebody who wants to do something really fast in March. They're thinking really quickly. There might be a decision that you need to make very quickly. There might be a path you need to take. Or maybe this is just mental. Maybe your mind's really moving at a fast pace here. We have the Two of Wands. There's a decision, yes. There is a decision. There is a path that you need to take very quickly. The Knight of Swords doesn't give himself time to think a lot, because he knows that he doesn't have time. You know, there's something here that there's fire energy here for sure. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or maybe just some sort of passion. But someone here wants to take a stand against competition. They're standing up for their own decisions in life. There's two things here that you're passionate about. You know, people, places, things, two jobs, two people. Something, Cancer, has put you at a crossroads that you're wanting to take action. This is action, okay? This is some kind of message coming in too very quickly that's going to put you at a crossroads in March. And it's absolutely a crossroads between the past and the future, between comfort and growth. You're going to have to make your mind up about whether you want to be comfortable moving forward or whether you want to grow. Now, as a water sign, be very careful about what makes you comfortable, because sometimes we get comfortable in not finding goodness. We get comfortable not feeling emotion. We get comfortable not finding our heart. So you need to make your mind up about comfort and growth, because what I always say about the Two of Wands is that, you know, when it comes to the future, this is about your horizons, okay? That ninth house energy wanting you to expand, Cancer. Ninth house energy makes you bigger so that you can be big enough for your legacy coming up in Aries season, okay? That's why 9 comes before 10. Because you have to expand before you can leave behind a legacy, right? So this is about looking out to the future. Okay? He's got one of the wands in his hand. So you're absolutely more passionate about this world over here. But there is also this wand here that you've also created from. So if you want to grow, you can't be comfortable. And if you want to be comfortable, you're not going to be able to grow. Comfort and growth do not live on the same street. They don't play for the same team, you know what I mean? You really can't have both. Think about that. Whenever you grew, you probably weren't comfortable. You were scared. You know, I'm pulling the Page of Swords now. So there's definitely some kind of message of truth coming in here, Cancer. That's the underlying energy for March, okay? But let's go ahead and clarify your light. Why is your light in you can't find goodness because you lost your heart here for Cancer? Why is you can't find goodness? Because I was confused there for a minute. Okay, so what's coming out here is the Strength card, which I'm going to keep because that's the single card that came out. And now, I was talking about, I did mention the fire signs here with this candle, But I didn't follow my intuition and mention Leo when I kept talking about the heart, the heart, the heart. Some of you, there is a Leo involved in this situation, or you have Leo energy, because Leo rules the heart. So if you're dealing with a Leo with this situation, this heart back here, if you're dealing with a Leo, now Cancer and Leo are opposites in a completely different way. And why? Because Leo rules the sun and Cancer rules the moon. So when a Leo and a Cancer get together, it's like an eclipse, which is very powerful. It's like, you know, they can fight a little bit because the moon tries to hide the sun tries to hide the moon, and it's like a Cancer and a Leo sometimes have a hard time shining in their opposite of ways. The sun and the moon both provide light, but they provide light in a very different way. Alright, we have another message coming out here, which is that Knight of Wands. That message that I was just telling you about, your underlying message, it absolutely has something to do with this light and with you can't find goodness because you lost your heart. I just showed you these cards and now they came out again. So it might have something to do with making your mind up about a decision, some kind of quick message coming in of truth. It might be a decision that you have to make, because these two cards here are very interesting as well. Some of you guys are a little bit scared to make a decision or to choose growth because you know what it's going to mean. It's going to mean standing up a lot more. It's going to mean avoiding your emotions a bit so that you can have the power and the drive to express yourself. These are people who want you to fall. You know, this is being the North Node, basically. Standing up, being on a pedestal, being higher up than certain people below you. These are 6 people down there, at least 6 people. There's 6 wands down there if you count them. There's at least 6 people that are trying to trip you, poke you, stab you, hurt you, harm you. Alright, and it has something to do with this decision. It has something to do with this decision that you're making. Now, this is the world that you're thinking about, Cancer. That was like an additional message that I'm going to put back in the deck. We do have the 5 of Swords this far in the reading. So there was some sort of argument that happened. We have a lot of air energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay, and if it's not an air sign, then it is your mind. This is something that needs to change when it comes to the truth. This is basically the truth that something needs to change. Or maybe the truth is going to change something this month, because we do have the Knight of Swords, we have the Page of Swords. Lots of truth, okay? Coming in very quickly that will impact your decision, Cancer. This is an argument, though. Someone does not want to fight anymore. At this point in your reading, somebody doesn't want to fight anymore. Probably because there's no strength to fight. Someone here wants to become stronger, and sometimes becoming stronger, it has something to do with finding out where your weaknesses are, who your weaknesses are. Finding and owning up to those weaknesses before someone else does, because there is a person here who knows your weaknesses and they use them against you, Cancer. We have this person here who's holding the 3 of Swords in their hands. This is someone in your life, or you. It's someone in the situation who is okay with heartbreak. It's not you, Cancer, because you have lost your heart and can't find goodness. So, you know, it could be doing that to some of you guys. Some of you guys could be, you know, you're so used to heartbreak that it has unfortunately caused enough conflict in your life recently that you're okay with it. But I really don't feel like that's going to resonate with all of you. I feel like this is just about something that is conflicted. I feel like this is about something that happened, to some kind of argument, okay? Some kind of argument here, because we have these 2 people back here with this decision here. This is the decision to put down 2 swords. They don't want to fight anymore. But this is the 5 of Swords, so there's 3 and there's 2. A decision that was heartbreaking. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm deciding not to argue with you anymore. You're right. Whoever this person is, just tell them that they're right, even if they're wrong. Like, you know what? You're right. I'm not going to argue with you. You know, the conflict just isn't worth it. Because this is absolutely an argument. And you know what? It causes somebody to leave. Because now we have the 6 of Swords. So you got the 5 and the 6 of Swords. This is a synchronicity. 5, 6. These 2 cards come after each other in the tarot. So what I'm seeing here is there's an argument and someone left this month. There was so much arguing. There was so much narcissism. There was so much competition and conflict mentally. Someone here did not communicate very well. It left somebody, there was 3 people here. It could be a third party that somebody was arguing about. It could be somebody's mom, somebody's mother-in-law that is causing this problem. But it also could be a Libra or a Taurus or an Aries that's important here. But this looks like two people who were left out in the cold with their emotion, while this person, I don't ever like this person in this card because they're very mean. They don't have a very good look on their face. They don't have a really good energy. They're feeling happy that these two people are hurting over here. There's a third person here who's basically controlling the conflict that's happening to someone's heart here. Controlling the lack of clarity. A lot of clouds here. Someone is not clear. This is not communicating clearly. This is an argument that makes things even more confusing. But someone decides to leave that behind. You see that? Now there's three people in this boat. So could it be that one of these three things is a child that's about to be born? Could it be that it's, you know, just a child that's already born? Someone has children here, maybe? Maybe that's what the argument was about. Children. But somebody here is leaving this argument behind at this point in the reading. It might have to do with a Leo or a Gemini. I'm seeing Leo and Gemini, Aries and Libra and Taurus. Those might be signs that are important, or energy that's important. But this is sword. This is your mind. This is someone who's mentally and emotionally and physically leaving these arguments and this conflict behind, because this caused a lot of emotional uproar. Being left out in the cold back here caused a lot of waves in that water, that Pisces season energy. So someone here decided to leave pretty quickly, I'm hearing, at the beginning of March maybe, or at some point in March somebody's going to decide to leave some conflict alone. This might be traveling while you're crying. This could be you in your car crying. This could be, it's really sad, you know, these are people who are crying in this boat because they're really sad that they have to leave whatever is back here, whatever is away, whatever they're moving away from. I guess this, even though it was an argument and a conflict, it caused someone really sadness. But they're moving away from these rocky waters to get to here. Whatever is in the future for you, Cancer, it's much more stable, okay? So you got to leave something behind to get to something else, okay? It's the coming and the going. You have to leave in order to arrive, right? You got to give something to get something. This might involve somebody's mom, somebody's pregnancy, somebody's pregnant, someone's mom is here, someone's trying to create something, maybe give birth to something, whether it's a kid or not. Maybe it's just Venus energy. Maybe it's just about love, you know, maybe it's some beautiful woman or something. But at this point in the reading, we do have conflict. And I think it's because you guys are feeling conflict about which way to go. But the Knight of Swords might be an energy that you need to take on, because you get some kind of message. It puts you at a crossroads, and then you have to stand up for yourself finally. We didn't talk much about this Strength card, but this is a Leo. It is talking about taming something. Some of you are dealing with a Leo for sure. A Leo is linked to the goodness that you can't find because you lost your heart. You need strength right now, Cancer. I almost said Aries, so you might be dealing with the Aries too. You need strength. You need courage. You need confidence in the beginning of March, especially to shine this light. Alright? There's something here about being strong enough to face your traumas. You know, it takes strength to have a light shining on you still. When you can't even find your heart, you can't even find your goodness, and you're still strong, that's why you are who you are, Cancer. And remember, in this card, it talked about how strong you were, remember? It talked about how strong you were at the end of that message, and it's interesting you have strength. So you do have strength to find your light again, Cancer, and you have the strength to find your heart and to find goodness again, no matter how much conflict is going on. I think you are leaving conflict behind in March. Let's go ahead and move on here to the second card, and we have the card Stay Back. A lot of the signs are getting this card this month. A lot of the signs are getting these cards, and it's Stay Back. So this is talking about protecting yourself from something. Maybe February 29th. Well, that was leap year. I don't know. Maybe the end of February, maybe the end of March is important because we have the 29 there. So that's like the 29th of any month, okay? You might want to stay back until then. Stay back until the 29th of March. That makes sense because that's when the retrograde in Mercury ends, okay? But let's see what this card talks about. I just opened up right to that page without even trying. So this is that when I do that for certain signs, I know that this is absolutely something that you need to hear. So let's go ahead and read about this card, Cancer. So it says, it seems that we are taught to openly let others enter and leave our space as they feel. It is not your obligation to give others what they want from you just because they want it. We need boundaries, especially you, Cancer. You need boundaries more than anyone because you are the opposite sign of Capricorn. Capricorn is all about boundaries. So it's really interesting to talk about Cancer, boundaries with Cancer. At any time we are each doing the deep and transformative work that we cross on our paths. The desire to love and give are gifts, and to have those gifts can honor so many who are a part of our life. However, let us not be taken just for our tenderness. We all have venom. It helps protect us, especially during deep times of transition. Don't be afraid to use your venom to keep others at an arm's length. The perception that your presence is for people to experience as they please is not right, and you have the ability to bite. So somebody's tired here of someone just coming and going as they please. You're tired of having a boo thing and then not. You're tired, like you probably lost your heart on purpose, Cancer, is what I just heard. Like Cancer did throw their heart into an ocean. Just like last month, Cancer was screaming, fuck love, fuck this. You guys, last month, your reading was titled, I Still Love You. And I got so many Cancers emails. And I'm telling you, those of you who are listening, who are dealing with someone that you met when you were on vacation, last month there was a lot of Cancers who were traveling and they met someone while they traveled, but they found out that that person had someone pregnant. I'm telling you, I had so many people message me about that. That's what you're staying back from. Okay? Because once you find your heart, your light, your strength, your goodness, you're gonna have hands up to certain people. That's what's going on here. You're like a snake that's transforming. And it's also saying stay back from snakes in the grass. You know what I mean? People who are sneaky and slithery and slimy. Like, there's something here that you need to stay back from, Cancer. And it's absolutely people who come in and out of your life. Like the card said, it is not our job to give people things just because they want it. You know, there's something here about deserving you, not just wanting you. Like, there's a lot of people who might want you, Cancer, but do they deserve you? You know, do they deserve you? We pulled the King of Wands. Some of you guys are dealing with an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius. This is a man, but it could also just be a masculine person. And we do have the Devil. Okay? Capricorn maybe, but maybe it's a toxic fire sign. And outside my window right now, it's been gloomy all day, but as soon as at this part in your reading, there's a blinding light. Like, this is the sun in Pisces that I'm going to stare at for a minute here in your reading, because this is blinding light. Like, I wish I could show you from my computer, because the sun has not shined all day. It's literally snowing right now, but the clouds have shifted ever so slightly to where this blinding light, like I'm a little blind right now because of it. Because maybe this is about some kind of blinding light, you know, your light. Getting over this pain, Cancer, over getting left out in the cold. You know, letting the light is going to strengthen you. But let's clarify, stay back. Because I love that the light is just right here in front of me right now. Stay back. We have the 9 of Cups. Okay, so this is about your own emotional fulfillment, some kind of wish. And look who wanted to stay at the bottom. Is the Devil behind him still? Of course the Devil's behind him still. Because you feel stuck to this Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay, and if it's not a fire sign for the rest of you, this is somebody who might have a moon in fire. They might have a rising sign in fire. They might have fire somewhere in their chart. Or maybe they're just arrogant, like the King of Wands. Maybe they're just passionate. Maybe they're really sexy. Maybe they're really attractive. You got to make it fit how it fits. Because some of you guys are dealing with Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But the others of you are just dealing with being really attracted. Like, this is lust. Some of you guys are trapped in lust. Somebody has an addiction here to a person, place, or thing. Someone here is stuck in toxicity. It could be a Capricorn. It could be a Capricorn with fire energy. It could be a fire sign with Capricorn energy. But we've got both. Alright, so far in the reading, we have the King of Wands. A very attractive man who is in an authority position. He's a leader. He's creative. He knows what his visions are. But stay back, Cancer. You need to protect yourself from something because there's a wish of yours coming in soon. There is a wish that's about to be granted, but if you allow people to come in and out of your life, and remember it talked about people who want to touch your heart. You know, if you allow those same people back into your life, if you don't practice boundaries, then I feel like it's gonna interfere with your wish being granted and fulfilled, because this is emotional fulfillment. So this is about asking yourself what it is that you want. This is the what do you want card. When the Nine of Cups comes up, we really want to ask ourselves what we want, because it's going to get given to us. And if we don't know what we want, we're not going to know what we get. We won't even know if it's a wish. So you want to be really emotionally aware of this. What would it be? What are these cups here? What would it be that would make you feel like you're surrounded by pretty much everything you could want emotionally? This is about asking yourself, what do you desire? What do you want? What do you deserve? Before just letting any old person into your life. Because sometimes for water signs, love is just enough. So we'll love anybody that comes our way. But when a water sign starts really grounding themselves in strength, seeing their own light, we actually start to think about ourselves. And it confuses people because we don't usually do that. But this is a time of year where we really need to put ourselves first. So I think you need to stay back from anything that is not a wish for you. Stay back from anything that is not emotionally fulfilling. Make sure you're creating a boundary of emotion. This is a boundary of emotion that I'm seeing. You know, using your emotion as your own boundary. Allowing your emotions to show you and your emotions will let you feel what it is that you need to create a boundary from. You can feel what you need to stay back from, whether it's a person, a place, a thing, a job, anything. There's things in March that you needed to stay back from and protect yourself from, because it's not what you wish for. There is something you're wishing for, and you need to just focus on that. Could be linked to a King of Wands, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. It might not be that they're toxic. Maybe this is just someone who's very lustful for you. Maybe you feel stuck and chained to them. There might be some kind of twin flame, dark twin flame, karmic soulmate stuff going on here for you. Let's move to the next card. We have Fire Mother. The card number 9. Some of you guys have a Sagittarius mother. Some of you guys have Sagittarius children or something like that. But there is absolutely a Sagittarius present here because of the number 9 up there. You are going through 9th house energy. So this might even be talking about learning or your beliefs again or expansion. But it says Fire Mother. So some of you guys have fire sign. Maybe not Sag, but it might be an Aries mom or a Leo mom. You know what I mean? You may have Leo, Aries, Sagittarius children. But the Fire Mother here is a beautiful card. Lots of color. I don't know much about this card, so I'm happy it's coming up. And there are eggs. So some of you guys absolutely are pregnant, trying to get pregnant. Someone's pregnant in the situation. Maybe it's a grandmother energy too. But if you see here, it's like a phoenix that's covering up eggs. Maybe you're just protecting maybe you're not having sex with certain people because you don't want to get pregnant. You know, I feel like there's a sacral chakra energy of someone who's protecting their, like, belly area and their, like, you know, their sacral chakra, which is, like, your, you know, your private area, genital area parts. Someone here is really protecting a child or something, too. So let's go ahead and read. It talks about a phoenix, okay? This might be Scorpio energy. The phoenix curls her many colors tenderly around her eggs. Having survived a fiery death, she is reborn again and again. Her ability to give her love and her colors never leaves her. In fact, her ability to live through death and rebirth allows her to appreciate the things that she loves ever more deeply. She is a symbol of life. To us, that from death will always come life. The Fire Mother has the wisdom of knowing nothing truly belongs to her, that everything is temporary. She loves and cares for her eggs as if there is no tomorrow. If you have experienced difficulties in the past, it can become a habit to always be looking for the next tragedy or hurdle that might be put in your way. And before we know it, we are spending all of our time overcoming challenges. We also have the option to spend our time and energy giving affection and love to those which we feel dear, people, projects, ideas. You will never cause ill from giving love. This is a mother's love and how fiery that is, how passionate that is. Some of you guys have like a child or something that's, you know, I see 3 eggs here, so it could be like 3 different children or triplets or twins or something. Maybe it's 3 things. It doesn't have to be children. It could just be 3 things that you're protecting. Your mind, your body, your soul. You know, but there is a mother energy coming up here. And I feel like Cancer, with you, you don't have to be a mother for that to resonate with you. Because Cancers are the mothers. Like, you are the mother of the zodiac. You're the moon. The moon is our mother. It's a maternal energy, okay? So, yeah, some of you guys are doing everything that you can to protect some sort of child. let's go ahead and clarify the fire mother, okay? And if it's not a child, it's just something that's intimate, you know what I mean? It's, you heard what the card said. It's something that you created. It's something very near and dear to you. Some of you may be protecting, you know, your eggs, you know, your reproduction energy. Like, some of you guys are just protecting, like wearing protection and stuff like that so you don't get pregnant. So let's see here. Why is fire mother here for Cancer? I think you're learning a lot as a mother this month. Why is fire mother here for Cancer? Why is fire mother here for Cancer? Okay, so we have the Queen of Pentacles showing up. She fell all the way underneath the table. It was kind of hard to grab her. And she did show up in the reverse. Some of you guys, in the reverse, this is like not feeling like you have a stable enough home for your children. Maybe not feeling like you have the finances or money to even become a parent a second time if you're wanting a second child or something like that. But we're going to put the Queen of Pentacles upright because she fell on the table. You know, this is another mother energy. But so you've got the fire mother and you've got the earth mother. So this is a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn woman for some of you guys. But this is also an energy that you could be taking on. Right? This is bringing up the stability of your home, the security in your home, having that life-work balance. For those of you who are mothers or wanting to become mothers or pregnant, this is like really keeping a close eye on your money, your finances. This is a working woman. Okay, some of you guys, your baby is some kind of project. It's not an actual baby. It's a job or something that you really value that you're protecting, okay? Something, maybe it's a earth sign that you love. Because sometimes we can be with people who are, especially if you're in twin flames or soulmate relationships, you'll find it weird, but your soulmate, you know, you want to mother them. They're like a child to you, or they feel like your mom. Someone here feels like a mom to you or something like that. There's these two mother energies coming up here, an earth sign and a fire sign. But that could be you, Cancer, especially if you have fire and earth in your chart. To me, this looks like a new financial beginning, whatever that might mean. Like I said, the Queen of Pentacles she's a nurturer. She knows how to physically nurture. So she'll cook for you, clean for you, do your laundry. Like that's one aspect to a mother. But we also have the fiery aspect of a mother, which is the protective, you know, and that did talk a lot about death. This is somebody who's survived a metaphorical death, who can become reborn again and again and again. That might be all those eggs represent. Someone here might have some kind of bird or something. Because remember, this could be talking about pets as well. Someone has a rabbit. Okay, someone has some kind of bird or something like that. So yeah, guys, this is talking about a rebirth. So don't get too caught up in real birth and real death, because that's just for some Cancers out there. Some Cancers are mothers and pregnant. Others of you guys are pregnant. You're becoming mothers in a different way to your pets or to somebody's sibling. But we have the Queen of Pentacles saying, you know, like what I was saying is this is the physical aspect of mother. Every mother needs this quality too: the laundry, the cleaning and the cooking, and you know, the stability there that a mother should provide. But we also have the protective element of a mother, and then we also have that watering element that you represent, Cancer. You know, some of us are missing. Some of us didn't have that. That reminds me of me, how my mom was it's the language of love that you speak. Some people speak acts of service. Other people speak words of kindness. Like, you know, it's very important to be there physically and emotionally and passionately and intellectually as a mom. You know, so moms are basically magicians. There's definitely different ways to mother. Some of you guys have a Queen of Pentacles mother figure around you, like a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Bottom of the deck so far is more Pentacle energy. So this is something you've been waiting on. Some of you guys are waiting on finances to become a mother. Some of you guys are just waiting to see if this is worth it or not. Like if you're with somebody and you're thinking about the next step of childhood, maybe you're already pregnant because, you know, there was something here about boundaries and something like that. So if you're pregnant, Cancer, or if you're trying to get pregnant, or if the pregnancy means some kind of creative project or something like that, there's something here you're waiting on at this point. Even the Queen of Pentacles looks as if she's waiting on some kind of money, something real, a home. You know, it doesn't have to be money. It's just something money can buy you. That's what Pentacles represent. Anything that money can buy you, which is damn near anything except love and happiness, stuff like that. But this is talking about the more tangible world. that Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn foundation. And that does matter because we are in the world of reality. So money and rent and all this stuff costs money. So some of you guys are worried about future finances, especially coming into Aries season. You're going to really start thinking about your career, you know, the future. But this is someone who's waiting here. There's a Scorpio showing up and a Cancer. So yeah, this is your card. So far in the reading, this is about Cancer taking a step back from a job or a person, a relationship, to kind of reassess the victory of the situation. Like, before I move forward, as the Chariot. Chariot's all about moving forward. This is your card. Cancer's waiting at this point. There's going to be a point in March, probably the middle of March right now. Around the time that this reading uploads, around the 15th, 16th, 17th, we're in the middle of March. So I feel like, you know, there is definitely something that Cancer is waiting on before they move forward. You know, one of your obstacles is finding out whether this relationship, this job, this situation is worth it. That's what the Eight of Pentacles is talking about, or the Seven of Pentacles, sorry. Seven of Pentacles talks all about some kind of garden. You know, this is a person who has put in energy, time, effort, money into a situation. And all they're doing is waiting on their harvest. They're waiting to see if their money, their energy, their time, and effort is being... You know, this is the card that comes before the Eight of Pentacles. So before you continue putting in this work, before you continue putting in this energy, before you move forward with anything in March, this is that Mercury retrograde, taking a step back, seeing if your efforts have paid off. You know, if you put in, this is a reap what you sow kind of energy. So whatever you put in is what you're going to see back. You know, so it's going to be different for all of you, but you're absolutely waiting before you move forward with something. It may have something to do with Mother energy, Queen of Pentacles. Mother and finances are coming up here, okay? Scorpio energy, and then, yeah, there's that Eight of Pentacles I was talking about. You have the Seven and the Eight of Pentacles on both sides. So this is literally talking about taking a step back. It might even be time off work. Some of you might be taking time off work because you're pregnant. Before you move forward, maybe with a Scorpio, this is a sudden ending and beginning, all right, to consider here. Death. Remember, this is Scorpio energy down here. That Phoenix, that's Scorpio. You know, being able to die and become reborn so many times. So I got Scorpio, Cancer here. Something here about waiting on something to transform before you move forward. Waiting on some kind of ending or beginning. And I'm going to take these two cards here and show you what I mean. This is the 7 and the 8. Okay, remember you had the 5 and 7. You had the 5 and 6 of Swords. Now you're getting the 7 and the 8 of Pentacles. So there are steps up this month. But before you continue putting in that much amount of work, before you perfect this skill, this is an apprentice here, learning that 9th house energy. This is about waiting. Looking at the 7 pentacles you have before you start working on the 8th one. Is this worth it? Is it working out for me? Some kind of secret here. Oh, okay. Following your intuition. Oh, goodness. I gotta stop here and tell you this. 9 and 10. So how are you gonna have the 7 and the 8 of Pentacles? Before you guys put in any more work, you're absolutely taking a step back, because you go from the 8 to the 7 from the 8, okay, and then 9, 10. So this is someone who's single and who might want to stay single because there's so much. This is like the 19 of Pentacles, like $19,000 or something, or like some kind of money, okay? This is a lot. There's a lot of family going on here, and this is that 10th house energy. You know, there's a gilded cage here, and there is a Pisces to consider here, a decision about love. Okay, so love and money, like some of you guys are really confused about whether to accept feelings from a person. Some of you guys are really confused about whether to give your feelings to a person, to show and express your feelings, because there's all this pentacle energy, literally, the 6, the 7, the 8. I'm sorry, you don't have 6. It starts with 7, 8, 9, 10. That's literally what happens here. The 7, the 8, and the 9, and the 10, except the 7 and the 8 need to be switched, but that's not how they came out. So there is a financial journey that you're considering, Cancer, especially to have the 9 and the 10. This is about someone who's this is a single mom or something who is focused on the future for her and her children. Okay, 9 and 10 of Pentacles. Someone's single here, but there is some kind of lover. Now remember, that was absolutely a secret. I felt like revealing that because it's the High Priestess, okay? This is an intuition here. A secret, something that hasn't been shown to you yet, Cancer, but you are the High Priestess, so you guys have an intuitive energy about this. You're definitely, you know, waiting taking a step back, okay? It has to do with the Scorpio maybe, or just some kind of transformation. But Cancer, this is about you waiting before you move forward, okay? There are some financial obstacles for some of you guys. And, you know, it hasn't been revealed to you yet, but soon you're going to get some kind of message, or you're going to get some kind of clarity like, okay, Cancer, this has paid off. Continue what you're doing. Or, okay, Cancer, this has not paid off as much as you like. Maybe put your energy somewhere else. Don't plant any more seeds out in this area because it's not fertile, okay? And that could be literal seeds with a woman and a man, okay? Pregnancy coming up for sure. So let's move on here. This is kind of like the second half of March. We haven't really experienced the second half of March yet at this point in reality. So we have good things, Cancer, and we have the 11 up there. So this is definitely a good things. Good things that maybe you can share with a person. Good things. I mean, what do we need to read about that? It's good things. You know, after a time of, you know, losing your light, losing your goodness, losing your heart, there are good things to look forward to. So there are good things. I feel like this card came up for you last month. So, abundance. Wonderful things are coming your way. Things are full and the colors around you might start to just get a bit brighter. Bask in the delicious time of sweetness. I am so happy for you. That's what that card says. This is like two people seeing eye to eye, I feel. This is good things, okay? It's interesting that we have you waiting. So just, you know, there is a period of waiting, especially with Mercury retrograde, before you move forward. But by the end of March, you know, by the second half of March, you guys are going to really know what's good and what isn't, you know. And, you know, it's really interesting. Right up here it says you can't find goodness because you lost your heart. So what I feel like you've done is you guys could even be, you know, turning to some kind of child or mother energy, that unconditional love, whether you have children or not. There is some kind of child in March that you can feel love that way. You know, it can help a broken heart. Even Leo is a child. So this strength card might be a child. But what I was going to say is you can't find goodness at the beginning of March, but good things are here. So I'm going to go ahead and say by the end of March, you do find that goodness again, Cancer. Let's go ahead and clarify good things. Why is good things here for Cancer? Give me a clear indication of what this good thing is. Why is good things here for Cancer for March? So there's obviously lots of good things. All right. Some of you, it has something to do. Oh, goodness. Oh, okay. There's a Sagittarius here. You want to be very careful, okay, Cancer? I'm going to show you this message, but I can't take this for the. I need like one card. Some of you guys here, there's some kind of, you know, you guys are, you're going to put in that effort. Remember that card you just had. You're going to continue to put in effort, but there's something that you don't know yet about this. A hidden agenda. Careful. Be very careful. We have a Sagittarius here in a Pisces. Maybe it's a child, but this looks like staying patient for love because of cheating. There's definitely a hidden agenda here. There's some kind of lie here, or something that only you know. Maybe some loss. Definitely something that needs to change at an emotional level. This is emotional conflict. It could involve a Virgo that you're married to. It could involve being in a marriage where you feel alone, or just isolating yourself in a home environment because of the conflict. Lots of conflict. So it's really interesting that I'm trying to clarify good things, and all of that came out. Not all of that was bad, and it could be, okay, now we got it. Now we got it. 3 of Wands. So this is what you've waited for. These are the good things coming in second half of March that you've waited for, Cancer. Traveling in spite of Mercury retrograde, waiting for your ships. These are ships coming in. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. But it's manifested energy, it's passion energy, it's creative energy. Not just fire sign energy for those of you who aren't dealing with fire sign. But this is waiting on good things. You see this 2 wands here? It's like that's the 11. Waiting on a wish. Something that you wished for, Cancer. Some kind of good thing, okay? It's definitely coming, but you've waited on it for a while. You can see them coming in the future. These are ships. Your ships of good things are coming in. Whatever you want, Cancer, these ships are going to come in. These ships might be people or places or things, but it's absolutely something that you've waited on. It's the sun. It's the star. The biggest star in the solar system is the sun. We've got Leo here. We've got Aquarius. Opposite energies again. We've got restored hope and happiness. Okay, there's going to be a light that comes in at the end of March. This is probably the astrological new year that it restores hope, it restores faith, it restores inspiration. You might have a son or a daughter. There's a child here. Okay, but this is a wish of happiness. Somebody here is wishing for happiness. And what could get more good than that? You know what I mean? This is success. Some of you guys, it's success that you're waiting on, or a Leo or an Aquarius. You've had a lot of anxiety. You've lost a lot of sleep over this, Cancer, but you're gaining clarity. Look at this Queen of Swords. This is a conversation you've been waiting to have, some kind of truth that you've been waiting to see, but you wind up seeing it in March. It might be over an Aries from the past that you felt trapped with. Lots of mental energy here, lots of communication with either an Aries or a father figure, but there's definitely a second chance. You might get a call from your father, or a call from an Aries, a call from your father's children, or, you know, the children of your father, sorry. But yeah, you're going to get clarity over this anxiety. Whatever's been keeping you up late at night, whatever you've been losing sleep over in March, you're going to get clarity over it. Lots of clarity. The stars and the sun are shining for you, Cancer. This good thing is about a wish that you've been waiting on, okay? Now we have Puppet. Puppets. Interesting card here. Puppet, okay? It makes me feel like this is what you need to stay back from a little bit. Staying back from letting people control you. Staying back from people who don't have a mind of their own. So let's read about the Puppet card. It's a really interesting card. So, cut those strings. You are no one's puppet. You are treasure. Treasure! And your actions cannot be influenced by the strings that someone else has attached to you. This card wants you to be aware of the entering projects. So be aware of entering projects or relationships that seem like a great deal, but there's a fine print. So good, too good to be true kind of energy, Cancer, to look out for after these good things that you've been waiting on. Not everything is going to be a good thing at the end of March, so be careful. Use your discernment. You can find a better deal, a better project, another friendship where you have full control over your actions and contributions. If you are going to give your time, energy, and love to something, or someone that needs to be, if you are going to give your time, energy, and love to something or someone, that needs to be a space where you are fully honored and not manipulated. So this is about, not being manipulated anymore, Cancer. You know, not being somebody's puppet. So you need to cut the strings of attachment. That's that devil energy. Stay back from strings of attachment. Stay back from anybody who wants to control you, because like the card said, you know, you're no one's puppet. You are treasure, and your actions cannot be influenced by strings that someone else has attached to. Someone, just like I picked up last month, someone here is still attached to Cancer, and you don't want to be attached to them. You know, some of you guys are attached to people too, but I'm feeling more so with you. This is telling you to stay back from someone who's a puppet master. Someone else has attached to you. So this card wants you to be aware of entering projects and relationships at the end of the month that seem good, but they have a fine print. You know what I mean? So be careful of the fine print with this Mercury retrograde at the end of the month. It's not over yet. And Cancer, you're gonna get good things in the middle of all this energy that give you strength. It's some kind of wish. You've got a wish here. You've got a wish here. There are wishes coming true for you guys in March. There's good things that you've been waiting on finally coming to you. Abundance coming to you. But there, of course, there's going to be certain people that want to be attached to that somehow. Hey, Cancer, I see you're doing good. You know, and they're going to try to, you know, be the puppet master and control what you do with these good things. Stay back, stay protected, keep your boundaries up. Remember, you can always find a better project somewhere else. You can collab with someone who's better that won't control you. You know what I mean? This is about a better friendship. Make sure that you have full control of your own actions, okay, Cancer, at the end of March. And if you're going to give your time and energy and love to something with that Seven of Pentacles that we talked about, with that garden, waiting to see if your energy paid off. For those of you who wound up figuring out that your energy was wasted, you know, make sure that you're in a space where you're fully honoring what it is and not being manipulated. This is a manipulation card. So let's go ahead and clarify the Puppet card. Why is the Puppet card here for Cancer? This manipulation, these strings of attachment. Please show me more about the Puppet card for Cancer for March 2019. It could just be an energy. It doesn't have to be a person. It could be a corporation, though. It could be a job. You guys are going to know what this Puppet energy is, but I want to see it in the cards. Yeah. As soon as I say that, the moon card flips out, which is your ruling planet, but it is a Pisces. So there is a Pisces to consider here. But also what I really feel like this is, Cancer, is something you can't see. These are, so you'd think it didn't get any worse, right, than this puppet. You'd think it wouldn't get any worse than someone who has strings of attachment. Well, it does get worse when the lights are out. This is someone who controls you by fear. They use fear tactics. They use illusions to control your emotions. They are an emotional manipulator. This is someone who is an emotional manipulator. They are a subconscious manipulator. So that's even worse than a regular manipulator. They are a manipulator at a subconscious level. Could be a Pisces for some of you. I hate to say that because I'm a Pisces, but this is the Pisces card. It's coming up on the puppet. So either it's a Pisces, a Cancer, maybe somebody's moon sign. They might have a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius moon. Look out very strongly for those people who have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius moon. This could also be you allowing that to yourself, Cancer. It's very hard to manipulate someone as psychic as you, someone who's as emotionally aware as you. So sometimes when we're being controlled as people who are spiritual, it's because we're giving our power away. But this is absolutely something that was hidden from you. You know, they use this puppet energy because of something that's behind the scenes, something that not everybody sees. It's fear, it's shadow energy, it's growth. You know, it might be the Libra full moon that shows you that. And we had a second card come out, which is the Eight of Swords again. It keeps you trapped. You know, this keeps you stuck. This person likes to confuse you in your head so that, because they know that you're more powerful when you're in your emotions. They know that you're more powerful when you allow yourself to ground yourself in what you feel. So what do? They try to create turbulence. They try to make you afraid of what you're seeing. They try to make you less aware of your emotions. That way you feel stuck where you are. Someone wants to keep you stuck where you are, Cancer. And that's why you're being controlled. But you know, you're being told to stay back from this energy because you can't see it. But intuitively, I'm talking to one of the most intuitive signs, which is you, Cancer. There's a blindfold here that someone has put on you. Or something that you're just not allowing yourself to see. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Some of you, it is linked to a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy because we have the King of Swords with the Chariot. So someone here is very, very cold and detached. It's a man. Okay, if they're not an air sign, they take on these qualities. It's an Aquarius maybe. For some of you who wants they want to have a say-so in where Cancer is moving to. They have their 2 cents. You know what I mean? This is the fine print right here. This could just be someone in a corporation or something. But you're gonna know who this King of Swords is because they're really detached and they're really intelligent, but not in a good way. They're evil genius. And this is your obstacle. Some of you, the truth is your obstacle for moving forward. This King of Swords is in your way at the end of March. It might not be a person. Like I said, it could be a conversation that's in your way before you can move forward. It could be the truth. It could be your mind. This is about your mind, Cancer, taking control of your mind. Because the Chariot is all about controlling things in their mind. That's why he doesn't have reins on these things. He has mental power, mental victory. All right? And remember, you're trying to move forward. You still have these messages to consider, remember? Well, now we have the Libra there. So there's a Libra here. There's a fire sign. There's the Libra full moon is going to really reveal. But remember, this is the card that was for you for the whole month. So Cancer is trying to move forward with their clarity, but I didn't know that there was some asshole that was pulling some strings behind the dark, in the shadows. So that puppet has something to do with us. It might not be an air sign. The puppet energy has something to do with someone who is secretly controlling your thoughts. They are absolutely contributing to the fact that you can't see. Like I said, it might not be an air sign. It's somebody who is skilled with the mind. Mental games, playing mind games. It might be someone who's in prison secretly. But this is, yeah, someone who wants you to feel trapped in mental darkness. But you got to follow your intuition, Cancer. I have all the faith in you, especially these good things coming in. That's going to be enough inspiration. Remember, stay back from these people that make you feel trapped in your mind and mental darkness. Okay, stay back because you're getting a wish this month. Let's go ahead and see your final card. We have Smother. Another snake. So yeah, Smother is coming out here underneath Fire Mother. So it makes me think that there's some kind of mother that's smothering, whether it's you or someone else. I'm not sure what's going on here. All right, but it looks like there's some kind of mouse. Yeah, there's a mouse in the middle there that's being suffocated by a snake. And you know that that's how snakes eat. All right, so let's go ahead and see. Now, this is the 30th of March. There's going to be some kind of smothering energy here, okay? Let's read about it first. So, stay back is card number 29. You have the card. So, there's something here about staying back from something on the March 29th because it's going to smother you at the end of the month. This is, oh God, this is somebody who's getting smothered too. Look at that. Imagine if that was a snake around her. Okay, so whatever it is that you can't see about this puppet energy, this manipulation basically is what it is. There's something that you can't see. And maybe this is an illusion. You know, maybe it's an illusion. Maybe it's Pisces season that allowed you to break free from this prison mentally. But now we have smother. So, yeah, I'm seeing this is a tight, somebody is squeezing and will not let you go. It's an energy, okay? It's really, it's going to kill you. Like, you got to get rid of this. So, let's go ahead and read this. It says, I think we all know what it feels like to be trapped, smothered, as if the pressure upon you is getting heavier and heavier. You might just die from suffocation. I just said that. That's so weird. You might just die from suffocation. This might be a good opportunity for you to be still within patience and temperance. So we've got Sagittarius coming up here. But temperance is meaning balance. If you struggle, the hold may just become even tighter. So just breathe, make yourself small to see the bigger picture, and you just might be able to slip out of this grip. So there's something, this could be a job, a person, a place. You guys know what's smothering you. It feels like a snake that's around your body. And if you struggle from it, it'll, like, if you try to get away from this person, place, or thing, it'll just squeeze you even tighter. I love that. Well, I don't love it, but this is making sense why the Eight of Swords is coming up right by that. Okay? Smothering. Okay? You're caught in the coils of something. Somebody's mom might be smothering somebody, especially because the moon is there too. Somebody's mother might be very manipulative too. We have the Page of Cups with the King of Pentacles. We have the King and the Queen of Pentacles here. There's absolutely some kind of indication of somebody who's in a financial relationship. There's still financial ties or something. Be very careful. Okay, we have two indications of Pisces coming up here. There's a Page of Cups energy. This is someone who's sorry for smothering you. Someone is sorry here. Now, there's a Pisces here. It's a child. Okay, it's a Cancer. It's a Scorpio. Cancer, this could be you. Smothering those that you love. With love, okay? This is a conversation that needs to take place about something it's on the 30th of March. It's some kind of smothering energy, and it has to do with a child. It has to do with somebody. It's a Pisces for some of you, okay? I hate to say it, but you know, there's a Pisces here that's linked to smothering, and if it's not a Pisces, it's Pisces season. If it's not a Pisces season, then it's the mother's energy, because the Page of Cups is also a mother. It's a child. It's fertility, you know, and we got fertility coming up here underneath Fire Mother and the Queen of Pentacles. Someone here wants to be a mom, maybe for the second time, but this might be smothering somebody or something. I don't know, guys. But we do have the Page of Cups. Someone here might be apologizing, or just they might be communicating their emotions at the end of the month, that they're just too smothered. Maybe a Pisces feels smothered by you. I don't know, guys. Okay? It's going to be different. But this is absolutely, for all of you, some kind of apology or communication emotionally about, you know, holding on too tight to somebody. Maybe it's a love offer. Someone here at the end of March might be really smothering you with, here's my emotions, Cancer, like, I love you and I'm sorry, please. You know, it's really interesting. That's going to be really interesting. But remember, manipulation here with the Moon card. Be careful of anybody's moms or something like that. Bottom of the deck for your whole entire reading is the King of Pentacles and the Six of Cups. Some of you guys have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorns coming back from the past. It's a soulmate. Some of you guys have children with these earth signs. Some of you guys are wanting, you know, to put your foot down financially in this month. But we've got some financial energy coming back from the past. Maybe a job or something. But this looks like a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Specifically a Taurus or a Capricorn. Coming back from the past. Okay, emotional nostalgia. Okay, your whole reading has something to do with finances from the past. Earth signs from the past that you had conflict with. You know, you're not really sure if you should accept this emotion from them because of all the conflict it caused. You know, it's definitely about pregnancy. Some of you are dealing with that fire sign again, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But someone here is pregnant, or there's someone's mom here coming up. I see a lot of pregnancy and moms going on. Remember, if you're one of those Cancers that hit me up last month about somebody who got somebody pregnant behind your back, boom. Boom. Lots of manipulation and linked to mothers and pregnancy and secrets, and goodness gracious, I hope it resonates. Bottom of the deck here, we do have the Twin card. Some of you guys are going to be, you know, you're dealing with a twin flame, somebody who mirrors you, somebody who's different from you, but similar to you in a very sacred way. All right. This is a twin flame that's on the bottom of the deck. Some of you guys are going to find your twin flame, and it's going to be everything you need too soon. You know, you couldn't find goodness at the beginning of the month, but damn sure at the end of the month, there's something here that showers on you, and it's too soon for Cancer. They ain't ready for this twin flame, because there's also someone here who needs to control the vision that you have, Cancer. The one who needs to control visions is what I'm seeing, because we have the card Vision down here. Now, someone here wants to control the way you see shit. I'm not lying. I cannot make this stuff up. You guys are going to know what I'm talking about is manipulation. So there's someone here that needs to control something. You know, everything that you need, they want to control everything that you need. Twin flames can sometimes be like that. Some of you guys have an earth sign that's a twin flame. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Now, before I forget, I'm working with pyrite this month. This is Fool's Gold, Cancer. And this is like the leprechaun energy gold, you know what I mean? St. Patrick's Day. So this is good for manifestation. And to me, this is about healing. So I want to place this pyrite somewhere in your reading. I feel like I should place it on, you know, good things that you're waiting on. I feel like I should also place it on, you know, your strength. But, man, this manipulation, and yeah, I have to place it here. Because this is hidden manipulation, hidden strings of attachment. And this really fucked me up. Reading this for you, you know, like it fucked with my own mind, so I only imagine what it feels like. So I'm gonna place pyrite here because it's gold energy, you know what I mean? It's gonna help you see, because there's something here about someone controlling the way that you see shit. Okay, so thank you guys so much for listening. Sorry the videos are so long this month, but it's Pisces season and I have a lot to say and share and guide for you guys. I'm just a messenger. If this resonated and you would like me to take a look at your personal energy, you can look at the description box. I have all the information that you need there to get a hold of me. I would love to work with some of you guys personally. Other than that, thank you so much. I hope you had a great March. I hope Pisces season was great. I hope your new year astrologically is even greater. And I hope to see you guys on the Libra full moon. All right, thank you so much. Bye.